everyone! So it is the end of the month, which is one of my very favorite times of the month because that is my empties time. So this is February 2015 empties. I also want to do a really quick announcement. I mentioned it in my 2015 February favorites, which I'll link down below. But I unfortunately am, well not unfortunately, I'm excited about it. But, oh, I have a hair in my eyeball. I'm going to be on spring break this next week, so the whole first week of March. So because of that, I am not going to be able to be making any videos because I'll be traveling around a bunch. Now, if of course I do find the time / area / whatever, I will make a video. But I just want to let y'all know, don't plan on seeing anything from me. March 9th is that Monday, and I will be back here and hopefully making videos for y'all again. So I just wanted to let y'all know that in case y'all were looking for me, and you know, I didn't want y'all to think I like quit YouTube or something serious like that. So anyway, I have a big bag of empties this month. I'm really proud of myself because I actually right now have a surplus of one for my makeup buying plan for 2015. I'll link that down below, where I have to use up more than I buy. So right now I've used up one more product than I bought, and I have a couple of things that are about to be used up. I'm actually going to go buy a toner because I have that much left, and a morning face wash because like I literally have to like do it a certain way to do it. So I'm gonna be a little bit off, but like I said, I have like one use left of a couple of things and I need to get it before I get out of town today. So anyway, I don't know if you'll care about all that. Let's just get into it. So let's start with some randoms as usual. I used up this candle, and this is Melt by Nest Fragrances. Now I don't know for sure, but I think it's the same Nest that has like $50 candles, and this is like the cheaper version. As you can see, it did burn the glass pretty good. It also burned like really well down, but it was really hard to light the wicks, and it would burn a different color, so it would be like this really pretty bright orange and then like a blacker shade near the top, which is weird. And it smells heavenly in here. It smells really fresh and fruity and, you know, sweet. But as far as the scent throw, I got nothing. I have, oh, that's real cute. I've got some soot on my nose. I keep this right beside my bedside, like on my bedside table. And I'd be laying in bed and not be able to smell it. So not too impressed with that. Same thing, not quite, but close to the same thing for this one. This my sister got me. I think she got it a free gift at like a little boutique in Dublin, Georgia. And it's Good Works Make a Difference, I believe is the brand. And this is in the scent Wisdom. It doesn't say it's like scent notes, but it was kind of a fruity, sweet scent. This one had better throw than the Nest one, but still not great. I know that they're really expensive. Not really that much more expensive than like the Target ones, though. This one's from Target. But as far as my personal experience, I have such better luck with the Bath & Body Works stuff. And when you can get them 2 for $22 or something, that's $11 a piece. This guy full price is like $15. So just something to think about. Alright. Next, let's go into some hair care. I used up this John Frieda Frizzies Curl Reviver Mousse. I really like this stuff. However, I think I'm getting more into like curling creams and gels. I just think it's like a little bit better for my hair. But this did not make it crunchy. It gave it pretty good definition. I would recommend this, and it's not very expensive. Alright. I have an itchy nose. Next, let's go into this guy. This is the Marc Anthony Oil of Morocco Argan Oil Volume Shine Hairspray with extra hold. I really, really like this stuff. Now, I do kind of have an issue with getting oilier roots, which is weird because my skin is so dry. But whenever, so that is an issue for me. But this does not make your hair oily and greasy. It just kind of makes it soft. Like after you've put an oil in and your hair just feels nicer and softer. That's kind of the effect this gives, but it also holds your hair up. And I don't know if y'all can tell, but I like really big hair. I should have been born in the 80s. But yeah, so I think that this is really great stuff and I recommend it. I don't know how much it is, but I'm definitely going to look into repurchasing that. Oh, I have another kind of randomy thing over here, which is by Catherine Malandrine. And it is her fragrance. I think as far as I'm aware, you can only get this on Birchbox's website, and I really liked this. It was I like deeper, sexier, amber, vanilla, musky scents. That's what I like. And this kind of fit into it, but it was a little zingier than other things. My all-time Holy Grail favorite is the Elizabeth and James Nirvana Black. Oh my gosh. I only have like a little sample and it's almost gone. It makes me so sad because that perfume is so expensive. But, oh, it's so good. So this isn't quite as good as that. It's a little more, like I said, zingy and almost like alcohol-y. But it is really nice and I would recommend it. But it's super expensive. And like I said, I think you can only get these on Birchbox.com. Correct me if I'm wrong if you know. Alright, so now let's get into some skincare. I used up quite a bit of that. First is this Dove Cream Oil Intensive Body Wash. This one's the one for extra dry skin. It's got the yellow. There's one that says Shea Butter that's brown, and I like that a lot better. I just find it more moisturizing. This doesn't have a lot of scent. It feels like there's still a lot in here, but you can't open it anyway, and none was squirting out, so, you know, what are you going to do? I store it up. Let's see if I can get any. Yeah, so, I mean, you know, I'm kind of SOL there. But anyway, I really liked this. But like I said, I think the brown one is better and it's not quite as greasy. So I'd recommend that. Over this one, I mean. Next, I used up this body wash. I know that everyone loves these. These are the Caress ones. And I got this smell, the one Passionate Smell, which was Passion Fruit and Fiery Orange Rose. It smelled amazing. It had that deep ambery scent. But it was like kind of orangey and a little floral. I really liked the scent and it lathered nicely, but it wasn't super moisturizing and the scent doesn't stay on your skin at all. Like the Dove ones stay on your skin. So I don't think I'd repurchase this one. I prefer the Dove. Alright, next we have a couple of face washes. I used up this Nourish Organic Moisturizing Cream Face Cleanser. I didn't like this. I hated the smell. I think it was the watercress in it. It smelled woody and like it smelled almondy. But it also reminded me a little bit of when you're dissecting an animal. Kind of had a little bit of that. Not the formaldehyde, but like, I'll stop. I don't think that y'all really care. But it was a little gross to me because that's what I kept thinking of. I felt like I was like in lab, like inside of a like hagfish or something. So, I don't recommend this, and I don't like it. It is a more organic brand, and I didn't think it cleaned my face that well. And it was like, it was kind of a mix of a cream and a gel, so I wasn't a huge fan of that. I also, unfortunately, wasn't a huge fan of this. Well, I guess fortunately for my wallet. And it's an Estee Lauder Perfectly Clean Splash Away Foaming Cleanser. You can get a lot of Estee Lauder samples with their gift with purchases and stuff. That one was, it was like a white cream. And it felt fine on my skin, but I didn't really notice anything great. And for the price of Estee Lauder, I would not repurchase it. Again, in case you did not watch my February favorites, my holy grail is the Liz Earle Hot Cloth Cleanse and Polish. So that's just what I like. I think it removes your makeup so much better. So I wouldn't recommend either one of those. I also wouldn't recommend these. Now, these look kind of sketch. They come in a box, and then they just have this white thing in them, so, you know, you can't really remember it. But it's the Olay 4-in-1 Cleansing Cloths. Now, the good thing about these were they were dry. So, you don't have to worry about them drying out, and then you could just put them into water and take off your makeup with them. And they were okay, but they weren't great. I definitely need to go in again. I mean, I do a double cleanse anyway. But I still felt like there was a lot of makeup and it didn't get off my eye makeup very well at all. And it was a little bit textured, which I kind of liked because I felt like it was a very, very slight, I'm talking about very, very slight manual exfoliation. But it still wasn't great. And again, nothing compares to my Liz Earle, so I don't think I'd repurchase that. And I know that Liz Earle is a lot more, well, not a lot more because Olay's pretty expensive. But the Liz Earle Cleanse and Polish, you can get that and 2 muslin cloths on Birchbox for like $25. But if you like it so much more, and the thing about that is, it's like, it's not a cloth, it's like a tube that's 8.4 fluid ounces, so you can get a lot more use. This one only had like 25 uses. So I really recommend that. Alright, I had this guy, which I've had forever. This was my Yes to Cucumber Soothing Sensitive Skin Calming Night Cream. I actually mentioned this in my January 2013 favorites, because I just did a throwback of that. In January. I didn't do my throwback video this month because my February favorites, which just went up like last night, took me 3 days to upload. Thank you, YouTube. Really appreciate that a lot. But anyway, so this was nice. It gave me a good amount of like hydration, but I really want to find a hydrator or a moisturizer. I don't know if this is possible, but when I wake up, I don't have any dry patches. That would be like ideal. And this is definitely better than the one I'm using right now. So I like it. It's probably my favorite that I found, but I think there's better out there. And again, I do have very severely dry skin. If you have a normal skin, that might be great for you. This I'm really sad to see go as well. And this was also in my January 2013 favorite / throwback. And it was in my February 2013. But this is the Michael Todd True Organics Pumpkin Nutrient Rich Face Mask. Now this is orange and it smells like pumpkin. And it's got some like darker bits in it. Like almost like, I don't know, in my head it's like pumpkin stem. I don't know if that's really what it is, but in my head that's what it is. But it's one of those things that I like this, but I'm just going to warn you, it burns. And it's not like, oh my gosh, my face is on fire. But it's like, okay, I can feel you working. And this was something that I could honestly see results of. If I had a lot of breakouts, I could use this, and the next day they would be close to gone, or they would just be like really reduced. And it dried them out, but it didn't dry out my already dry skin. So I really recommend this. And I looked up the price, and it's not cheap, but it's also not terrible. So I could definitely see myself purchasing this in the future, and I recommend it to y'all. This is kind of a sad day. It's a beauty blender. I have a new one because I really don't think I could live without one of these. I haven't tried any of the dupes just because I got this in a box, and then I got the one I'm using right now in a Birchbox. But so I don't want to say that there's a good dupe. This one just kind of got gross. It's kind of green tinted right now. I obviously didn't wash it just to throw it away. And it smelled a little weird. I know you can put it in a thing, in water, in a microwave, and it's supposed to kill the bacteria. Depending on the denaturing proteins and stuff, that might work. But this was nice. And it's great, and I highly recommend them. It's just, this one's kind of old. Supposedly you're only supposed to have these for 3 months. I had mine for a year and 3 months, so, you know, just saying, it still worked for me. I keep mine clean pretty often. You shouldn't leave it like this. I think that's one of the reasons why it kind of got green. Like, it wasn't green a lot, but it has a couple of, like, can y'all see those green dots? I think those might be mold. So I stopped using it. But you're supposed to dry it like this, and I kind of would dry it like this. And then when it would shrink a little bit, it would just fall in there, which is not really good. You want to dry it on its side so it's out in the open. But this is a great product any way you slice it, and I highly, highly recommend a beauty blender. Next is this little foil packet guy. Can y'all hear that? Kanga's trying to get on the bed. And it's the L'Oreal Youth Code Pore Vanisher. I was not impressed with this, and I don't know about y'all, but L'Oreal's kind of agitating me. I haven't tried a lot of their newer products, like all that Infallible line. This is the first of the Youth Code line, which I know this isn't that new, but still. But, I mean, I don't want to go to the drugstore for a primer and it be $25. Because you can get the Professional for $30. I've never tried that. I'm just saying. You can get, like, higher-end brands for $30. And, I mean, you know, like, the Chanel one's, like, $40. So, for $15 more, you can get Chanel versus L'Oreal. I mean, I'm just saying. You do you. But, anyway, I tried this, and I didn't like it. I didn't really feel like it. I have really visible pores in this area right here, and I didn't feel like it did anything to them. The one that I have found that works the best, oh, it's already packed up. I'm packed up, ready to go, is the Too Faced Primed and Poreless. I do see a little bit of reduction of my pores, but definitely doesn't make it go all the way away. But this didn't do anything, and for $25, I say skip it. And last, but definitely not least, is this guy. I mentioned him in my 7x7 update number 1 that I posted not too long ago. This was one of the things I wanted to use up, and it was the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I got this teeny tiny, I wouldn't even call it, they make like a bigger, so they make the full size, and then they make like a deluxe sample size that's bigger, and then they make this teeny tiny micro guy. This guy lasts you forever. I had been using it for a year, and then not consistently for a year, but with other stuff I'd been using it for a full year. And then in January, so okay, this is the only time I'm going to use. I used it for a full month, every single day, and some days I even got a little bit too much. And it lasted for, this will last you like 6 months. That's what I'm trying to say in like a very roundabout way of saying it. This will last you for like 6 months. So I recommend this. And if you can ever get this in like a kit or something, I know it comes with a lot of their palettes, then yeah. But as far as the actual property, I shouldn't have said I recommend it because I don't think it's that great. It keeps my shadows on all right. It's not the best. I personally really prefer a cream shadow. That's just what I like. And for me, with my drier lids, I think that this works just as well as the e.l.f. one. So why purchase this one? But again, for me, I would not ever purchase this. But if I got it in one of those kits that I'm talking about, I would use it. But I really just prefer cream shadows. That's where I like. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you've been using up, what you like, what you hate. I really love to get product recommendations from you guys. I just think it's really fun to talk to y'all. It kind of makes us more of a community as opposed to me being a weirdo talking to my iPad. You know, I just would like to feel a little bit less weird. Y'all can help that. So thank you so much for watching. It means the absolute world to me. I really mean that. I know I said that every video, but really it makes me so happy. So thank y'all so much, and I will see y'all in about a week. Bye!